Super Sunday Hornets. Welcome back to the ACT question of the week. Yay! In honor of Pi Day, we're kicking back off the ACT question of the week. But let's go back to week 5. Let's review our question. Then, after reviewing our question, we'll look at who all got the question correct to see who wins our prizes for week 5. So let's read our question. After we read our question, I am going to show you a strategy that I encourage my students to use when they're reading questions, especially on tests like the ACT. So it says in 1985, the cost of clothing for a certain family was $620. In 1995, 10 years later, the cost for clothing for this family was $1,000. Assuming the cost increased linearly, what was the cost of this family's clothing in 1991? So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to underline what are we being asked to find. We're being asked to find the cost. The cost of what? This family's clothing in 1991. So we're going to circle what we're being asked to find. The cost of this family's cost in 1991. Now we're going to use a squiggly line to underline all of the math that we'll need to solve our problem. So 1985, squiggly line, which is a year, the cost was 620. In 1995, which is 10 years later, the cost is $10,000. And what do we know about this cost? The cost increased linearly, okay? So let's talk about what it means to increase linear. To increase linearly means that it increased by the same amount each year, or the slope or the rate of change is the same amount. So that means since this is linearly, we're going to write a linear function to represent it, and then we're going to find the number of years. So remember, a linear function is represented by f of x is equal to mx plus b, where m is our slope, and our slope here is the change in the cost of clothing. So we're going to take our final cost, which is 1,000, and subtract from it our beginning cost, which was in 1985, which is 620. Notice how we're using all the things that we underline divided by the number of years, which is 10. So we probably should have put a squiggly line in the 10. So then we have 1,000 minus 620, which is 380, divided by 10. So therefore, the slope or the rate of change is $38 per year. So when we write our function, we have f of x being equal to 38 times x plus b. Now, what are we asked to find? We're asked to find the cost of clothing in 1991, which is 6 years later. So essentially, we're going to find f of 6. So this will be 38 times 6 plus, I forgot to write 620. I just wrote 6 plus 620. So 38 times 6 plus 620 using our calculator. Remember, you are allowed to use a calculator on the ACT. You can use a scientific calculator like this, or if you have a graphing calculator, you can also use that. That gives us 848. So the cost of clothing in 1991 would be $848. The answer is B. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go to our wheel to see which of the Hornets got this correctly, and then we're going to spin our wheel to see which of our two Hornets are going to win our two prizes, okay? So you'll see here, if you select as choice B, your answer is on the wheel. So in 3, 1, 2, 3, we're going to spin that wheel. Congratulations go to Lasharia Jose. Congratulations, Lasharia. Lasharia is the first of our two winners. So we're going to remove Lasharia's name. Before our 30 seconds disappear, we're going to spin again. And congratulations also to Brooklyn Ray. Congratulations, Lasharia. Congratulations, Brooklyn. Please come by my room to get your prize from week 5. Have a great week, Hornets.